Hi, this is Jody King Colegrove with Quantum Techniques. We've developed a proven technique to quickly determine the root cause of your health issue using a form of energy medicine. We work with people all over the world, helping them determine why they have a health issue and what they can do about it. So we're right in the middle of the pandemic and we're all staying home, and there's just been some great information out there that I found really profound, and I want to share it with you because this has really helped me to how to cope, and it's the most thing that I want to do for you is to help you cope and help you be the best that you can be during this time. So I've been involved in the Amen Clinic through getting my mom tested there, and I found it very interesting and learned a lot, and so I really enjoy what Dr. Amen has to say. So one of the things that he really talks about are ants, which are automatic negative thoughts. And a lot of times in life we have those negative thoughts, but we really have to work on getting rid of them. So he calls it killing the ant thoughts. And it's something you have to work on because it is a skill. And so it's important to be aware of what those are and how you are going to get rid of those. So you need to have a good internal dialogue, the things that you say to yourself. And maybe you're not aware of those, but you need to be aware of what are my internal tapes or my dialogue that I'm thinking and believing, and is that something I really want to have in my life? We don't react to reality. We react to the perception of our reality. I think that was very interesting concept to kind of think about that. And so it's just we need to be aware of how am I reacting and should I be more responding? So pay attention to what we say to ourselves. It's kind of part of that whole internal dialogue. And we don't have to believe everything that we say. That's one of the things that, sometimes like, hey, and someone had come up with a really good test. And I thought this was a 4-point test that those thoughts to really ask yourself. Is it true? Does it weaken or strengthen you? How is it working for you? Is it helping you be strong and healthy and vibrant, or is it making you more weak? And has that thought or perception helped you in the past? So it's kind of like the 4-point test. You can ask about different thoughts to see if it's really beneficial for you. The thoughts that we do believe sometimes can drive our anxiety and our panic and fear. So that's why it's really important to be aware of what those are. Focus your mind on what is good, not scary. So that's just and it takes a practice. Like I said, these are all the ants that sometimes come up that we need to be aware of. For every thought we have, there's also a physical response in our body. And that's what we work on so much with quantum techniques. Not only the physical part, but the non-physical part. And one of the things that is kind of like the underlining issue with disease is that we feel that the world is not safe. And obviously that's really tough if people have that right now because they're really struggling. And so that's one thing, that's why it's just so much on my heart to share this information with you and to work with you to help you know that there is a safe place and that you have a place that you can go and find that spiritual connection and what that means to you so that you do feel that the world is safe so that you get your health and happiness back. That is just truly what's on my heart. So your body responds to every thought you have. So that's why it could damage your immune system. And so that's why it's really important that stress can compromise your immune system. So that's why we're working on trying to help you have the best immune system you can by sharing these ideas with you so that you can start being aware of, well, how am I reacting and what should my thoughts be and how am I responding? So breath work is really important. And so one of the things that's a good thing to do is to breathe in for 3 seconds. Some people like to hold it, but breathe out for 6 seconds. So you're letting it out longer than you're holding it in. And that helps release so much stress in your body. So it's a very helpful practice. I just remember when I was trying to get pregnant, they kept saying, well, just breathe. And I'm like, it just was not what I needed to hear. But it's just so true. And so it's important to kind of have a good breathing practice that you do every day. So you do need to get in a routine. One of the things that I just hear them stress over and over right now, which I strongly believe in, is find a routine that works for you. And so, if you had a routine before, don't lose that. We're still getting up the same time that we normally would, and yeah, we sleep in on weekends, but during the day, during the week, we're really sticking with our normal schedule. And all three of us in our family, my husband, me, and my son, have come up with a schedule that works for them. And so my husband has his work schedule, I have mine, and my son has his school schedule. And so we're sticking with that. And we can kind of see with those schedules whether they line up or whether there's disconnects that we need to work on. So it's really important to do that and to stay, it just helps you be in the right mind to do the right work and to get going. So things that you can do as part of those schedule is to, like I said, maintain good sleep, go to, rise at the same time, go to bed at the same time, get good nutrition, exercise, guard your mind against the nonstop toxic news. And so it's really important to set boundaries on how much you're going to take in. And I think it's interesting because the last couple nights, me and my husband have slipped a little bit and we're watching a little bit too much commentary. And sure enough, our livers in the middle of the night, which is between 1 and 3, woke us up and we were reversed. And when I got, what is it? I got fear. So we have a way with quantum techniques to clear the liver of the emotion of fear so that you can not have your body detoxing or unable to detox in the middle of the night. I cleared my dad yesterday and he wrote back and said, wow, I must have needed some sleep. I got 9 hours of sleep. I'm like, yep, he was letting too many of those negative thoughts impact his liver. And so when I cleared it, he finally got a good night's sleep. So those are the things that we do at Quantum Techniques. Don't believe everything your mind thinks. So I think that's an important thing. And that's where that 4-point question or to ask is really helpful. Connect with others, but however you can, through Zoom, through Facebook, but setting a limit on it. I think that's important. That sometimes I get lost in going too far on that. So set a limit of how long I'm going to do, this for, and then switch activities. A couple of things that I think are very important is, what is your purpose and why are you here? Okay, so this is a time for us to stop and renew ourselves, renew our relationships with our family, renew how we're responding and reacting to the world around us. I know recently when I actually moved across the country, all my schedules that I had set up for years were totally disrupted. And it was probably the best 6 months we ever had because I didn't have to do day-to-day anymore. I could do something different. Now I'm in here, the last 3 years, I have my new rituals. And it seems dumb, but always making sure the nightlight is on or something like that. But those are rituals. And Guy Finley talks about how those rituals keep us almost numb. And so this is a time to be aware of, does that really serve me? It sounds strange about a nightlight, but I have a nightlight that has a little cabin with a little smoke coming up, and I turn it on every day when I come into my office. And that makes me just feel centered. I could cry, sorry. Because I came from a mountain community and now I'm in Louisiana. And so by turning that on every day, it's a soul connection to my roots and what I love, which is the mountains and the snow and the cold and stuff like that. So it's my way. So that's a ritual that really speaks to me and makes me feel great. But there may be other rituals, like checking emails first in the morning. And that's something I want to change because I have 2 different accounts. I have a business account and a personal account. And checking business, yes, I need to do. But the personal ones, I'm going to try to wait and do that later in the day so that doesn't overtake my whole day and I don't get the things done that I want to get done. So just an example. All right. So again, what is your purpose for being here? And I'm meaning bigger, okay, than just, purpose for having to get through these. And why are you here? What is the spiritual nature that we can really connect with? And who do you want to be? and be of service to others. And I think that's what at Quantum Techniques, what we're trying to do by getting out these videos is, what is our service to you? So another question that I found really profound this week was, who are you going to be when this is all done? And wouldn't it be fun to basically take this time and write that out? Who do I want to be? So that you can now work on that goal to be that. And the other one is, who are you going, or what are you going to achieve, okay, after this is done? So I think those are things that I found really helpful to kind of re-steer me. And I think this is a time to help re-steer you. And so that's why I wanted to check in with you today and share this with you. So visit quantumtechniques.com and you can fill out a session request to find out what things are blocking you. You know, it could be emotions that are not allowing you to sleep well. It could be, beliefs that are not helping your digestive system. It could be that you don't feel safe in this world, so your immune system is offline. Those are all things that we work on at Quantum Techniques. So fill out a session request at quantumtechniques.com. You can email me at Jody at Quantum Techniques, and I can kind of help you kind of with getting that set up and to get a session request to help you get your health and happiness back during this time. So blessings from Quantum Techniques.